What is up, my Ubers of Tube? Dad with a bike here. Another episode. Like always, I'm running an errand, but I do have some pretty awesome news. I'm really excited. I'm like crazy excited. I'm a kid in a candy store, kind of excited. I have been given permission because I am married, and thusly I must have said permission to go to Sturgis this year. Yes! So that is one of my bucket list items. I've never been, and I've just been dying to kind of get out there for a long time, and you know, now I've got an opportunity. The downside is, of course, stuff that's going on with, you know, this virus floating around. So in reality, the city of Sturgis, they sent out some newsletter not too long ago where they were talking about whether or not the rally was going to go on, and they said that the council makes a vote on June 15th. So on June 15th, we're going to find out whether or not the rally is still on. I would highly suspect that the rally is going to be on, and there will just be some kind of, you know, specific restrictions on social distancing and that kind of stuff that you'll, of course, try to adhere to. But, you know, at a place like Sturgis and that rally, you know, who knows? But that's awesome news for me. I'm wicked excited, and I'm debating right now on, of course, getting there. So I believe, and I'm going to try and talk a buddy of mine into it, I believe I'm going to try and ride up there. So I live in Austin, Texas, and I will be going approximately 1,200 miles to glory on an Indian Scout Bobber. So that's pretty crazy. I do not know how well that's going to fare. Furthest I've really ridden this thing has been 300 miles, but I already know a bunch of stuff that I need to do to it, so I will start doing those things. You know, I've already got the handlebars in a pretty comfortable position. My seat is now pretty comfortable, and I am 99% sure that my long-term riding comfort is largely centered on a problem I have with actually constantly feeling like I'm going to get ripped off this bike because of the wind. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to put a fairing on this thing. I have looked at a lot of different videos of other YouTubers out there that have done reviews on lots of different fairings. The problem with the bobber is there's not a whole lot of options for the fairings you can put on here. Memphis Shades probably has the best selection. So my options are the Cafe, which I don't think I will like the Cafe. I like the look of the Cafe because it's, you know, pretty slim, but I don't think I'll like the Cafe on a longer ride because I think it won't do the work that I need it to do. Then there is the Gauntlet, and the Gauntlet's like a little bit bigger than the Cafe. It's a little bit wider, a little bit taller. And then there is the Road Warrior, which, you know, you see on about every other Harley Dyna that rides around out there. I mean, they're pretty popular because they're effective and they look really good. But where I think I've settled is that I'm going to get the the gauntlet. So it looks like it's going to be pretty easy. Order it and slap the sucker on. It replaces the front cowl that I have. They have a headlight extender that you put on, and then they've got turn signal relocators that go on as well. I think it'll relatively be pretty easy to do, so I'm not too terribly worried about that. And I am mechanically inclined, so anything can be possible. The other thing that I'm doing is Dean Speed has sissy bar that's really nice, and they make one for the bobber, and it's not obnoxiously tall. It's like, you know, I think the smallest one they have is an 18-inch. I reached out to Micah at Dean Speed, and he said they could do a 16-inch for me. He said, but you know, you may not want that. The 18 is pretty reasonable. So I took a tape measure. He told me how they measure. They measure actually from where the bolt goes in to the back fender up, and that's actually not that bad. So it actually ends up being about, I don't know, 12 to 16 inches above the rear fender, which is perfect. And I'll use that in my little solo rack so I can pack my stuff, and we will make a journey. And I'm really excited about it. I am really hoping that I get to ride up there. I got to talk someone into riding up there with me, but for certain, whether I ride or trailer, I'm going up there. I think riding is one of those things that, boy, I'd probably write about that, because doing that on a bobber is, I don't think anybody's done it. I looked all over YouTube, I scoured the internet, and I've not found it. And I'm pretty certain the reason is because people would say, my God, man, why would you want to do that? Why wouldn't you do like everybody else and get a larger touring bike or something like that to make that trip? And primarily is because I don't always want to be like everybody else. I kind of like being a little bit different, and I'm not in a position where I can own multiple bikes. I can only own one. So if I gotta choose a bike, I'm gonna choose a bike that I can ride in all kinds of different situations, which, you know, I think that is the bobber. I can rip it around town. I think once I fix some of the comfort stuff, I'll be able to ride it long distance. I think it would be awesome. So anyway, give me a shout out. Let me know what you think. Let me know some of the creature comforts that you think that I should consider. Oh, I almost forgot. Another thing that I'm adding. Get through this light. Another thing that I'm adding is I already have a Saddlemen seat, and it's really comfortable. I like my Saddlemen, but I want some extra Saddlemen comfort. So I think on that long ride like that, or really long rides, the Saddlemen makes a very easy to attach seat cushion, and they actually make it make one or a version of it that has sheepskin as well. So I think I'm going to do that. Anyway, like I was saying, if you have any comments on this, or you're interested in telling me what you think, what I should do, any creature comforts you think I should add, you know, drop a comment below. And if you like this video and you want to see more, subscribe to the channel, punch that notification bell, and give me a like button and help me get my subscribers up. But anyway, I will talk at y'all later. Did I mention that I'm excited about going to Sturgis? Anyway, peace.